I'm here today to learn a lot about life and just learn to make better decisions in life and work as a young man and just have a positive future.
Hey, my name is Christopher Murphy, and I'm here basically learn how to make better decisions and how to basically think about my future now before it's too late, so I won't have to stand in that line making a minimum wage.
Hi, my name is Chris Coker, and I'm here today to just get experience. I know I want to be like these people in the future, getting in line, working for minimum wage, and I think this is going to help me realize that there's better things to do in life than mess up through high school.
My name is Taquita Brown. I'm here today to experience how these people live every day. I want to better myself, and I don't want to be like them. I want to be something in life, graduate.
What this is about, these are people that get in line when it's snow outside. You know, we had a pretty cold winter this winter. There were people that were standing outside this building early in the morning because these are the same people that when they were in high school, they didn't take it serious, right? They cut school, they didn't go to school, or they came to school and walked the halls. Now they're walking the street. And I've seen it at Glenville. Kids thinking that they're getting over by walking the halls, not going to classes, getting kicked out of class. This is their destination, where they can't get a job, nobody wants to hire them because they don't have a degree, or their grades are really jacked up. Other thing that brings people here, men and women, is because they either have a criminal record, okay, or they got involved in something stupid here and they have no options. They get in line, they get assigned jobs, different jobs every day, minimum wage, they'll never make more than minimum wage, and they're barely able to survive to eat from day to day. By the time they make this little money in a day, it's gone, just to eat. So what you're gonna do today is you're gonna walk in these people's shoes, and hopefully you can take this information back to Glenville and share with people what your experience was. I want you to talk to the people that you're with today. Ask them questions about their lives.
It's crazy, standing out here 5 o'clock in the morning, it's crazy. They don't treat you with no dignity. They treat you just like, when I called in this, on Saturday morning, they just told me, to come out here. They didn't tell me where to go, and I get in there, and now it's just totally filthy. It's just nasty, and, you have to stoop to this level, it's just crazy. It's really crazy. So, if you don't want this, this type of life, this is where you be, out at Minute Man. It's crazy. Ooh, that's right.
It was a good experience because I know what path not to go down as far as me, making my future brighter. And it was a bad experience because I also feel sorry for some of the people that was in there, all the frustration. It was like a real negative vibe in there because some people stood up there for hours and they still couldn't even find a job. So
I talked to an older lady, and she was telling me she'd been going to the place for years, and a lot of people was getting fired from not. And the man that owned it, he lost a lot of his contracts because people was going on the job getting drunk and high and doing dumb stuff. I met a young lady named Ashley. She was 21 years old, but she came over there talking to us. She dropped out of school when she was in the 10th grade, but she had a baby when she was 18.
Yes, I went to Bedford and Maple High School. I didn't finish because I had a baby at 18, so I went back to Remington College and got my GED. It's the first job I ever had, so it's better than nothing. Yeah, I would have done a lot of stuff different. I wouldn't have had my baby probably so early. But, it is what it is now, so I just got to live and deal with it.
She went to get her GED at Remington. Then she was telling us about her family life stories and everything. And she wanted to go to Tri-C, but she on the waiting list, so she don't know what she's going to do.
Did she get a job that morning?
No, she didn't.
So she waited around for 3 hours for nothing, right?
I witnessed people, some people said it was like good, they liked doing it, but me, I couldn't picture myself doing that for the rest of my life. I couldn't do that because I don't want to wake up every day at 4 in the morning to be at a place where you're not even guaranteed a job and you're not making any money really anyways. So, no, that's just not for me. I'd rather have a career.
And then if they didn't get a job in the morning, they were told to come back when?
In the afternoon,
In the afternoon. And is there any guarantee in the afternoon?
no.
So here's a person that could literally blow their whole day and get nothing. And they probably have to scrounge for nickels and dimes just to even catch the bus to get there.
I was uncomfortable because it was a lot of strangers and people. Some people were looking angry. Some people were looking crazy.
Okay. Okay. Do you think you would look crazy if you had that lifestyle?
Yes,
Yeah.
I probably looked worse than them.
You talking about drugs?
He was high when I was talking to him, so he's obviously involved in drugs and just in the streets a lot.
Yeah, and that's probably should have been a news flash. If they ain't hiring you, probably because you're high all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was bad because I had to wake up at like 4 in the morning just to get down there, and I was sleepy, and I'm running off of 3 hours of sleep. And it was good because I got to talk to some of the people that was down there and how they live. So.
And what were some of those examples you got?
I talked to a lady that's from Jamaica. She said she's just doing it because the money that's over here is worth way more over in her country. So I think I should take this serious because the choices that I make can cause my future to be good or bad. I want ninth graders to know that it's okay to be different and not follow the leader because they can lead you down the wrong path.
Okay. And what would you say to them about what you experienced today?
This could be you in the future if you go down the wrong path with the wrong people.
Would you think they should know that that's real?
Yes.
What's real?
That waking up at 4 in the morning and not getting a job during the day can be your lifestyle for the rest of your life. I'm a germaphobe, and it was very dirty in there. Like, I literally held my urine all day until I left, so it was very awkward. I almost spazzed out, too, so.
Because it was so dirty?
Yes.
I went inside of the men's bathroom, and oh my goodness, somebody took a number 2 inside of the inside of the urine stall, and they actually did it multiple times because when you urinate, how it goes down, it was so much that it was just stuck. And it was all stale. It was crazy. Like, so as soon as you open the door, it's like you automatically got the whiff of it. Like, it was dirty napkins on the floor. It was tissue all over the place. The mirror was cracked. It was horrible. I actually think Glenville bathroom looked way better than that one. Like, it was that bad.
My experience was to learn more about people's lifestyles and what they do on a daily basis. I talked to 2 ladies. One said they've been going there for like 5 years probably. And the other one said this was her first time going there.
As I walked through in Minuteman, I didn't know what was going on really. I just walked in and seen a lot of people, a lot of different kinds of people, old, young, and they were down there looking for work, and I didn't even know Minuteman existed. Yeah, I was in there and I was talking to one man, older age man. He graduated from East Tech, and he was messed up. He was great in high school. He said he was an honor student. He had a 4.0 through all 4 of his high school years, passed all his OGTs and everything. And I think drugs really got to him. He started doing all type of drugs, and that messed him up. But when I first started talking to him, like, I was engaged in the conversation. He was talking about a phone. Like, he seen my phone, and I had an iPhone. He like, oh, so that's an iPhone. Like, that dude, that might be better than mine. So he had a phone he ordered. It was an Obama phone, but it was a nice phone. It was a touchscreen, an Android. So, yeah, he got to talking to me about this phone and telling me how he got it. He went down to the welfare building and met some white guy, and he plugged him in on the phone. So he was just telling me, like, he got a whole bunch of gigabytes on there, and he could do whatever he want. He could download a lot of things. And just out of the blue, he showed me a porno. And I didn't know what to think. And I was just like, oh, wow, it's crazy. Because I never had nobody show me something like that just off top. So he was talking about all type of women, like how his life been. Like he messed with all type of women. He know women ain't nothing and all this crazy stuff. But yeah, but that was kind of crazy though. Like I was just wondering, like this guy showing me a porno. Wow. Me personally, no, I would never put myself in that situation. But for the people who do, they probably don't. They don't think that that's gonna happen to them because they're not thinking about the future while they're in high school and things. But you just gotta stay focused and don't let nothing get in your way, or you're gonna end up like that. Well, to the 8th and 9th graders, I would like to say, stay focused. Don't let nobody get in your way. Don't let nobody sidetrack you. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do.
I think Ashley's daughter have a chance because you don't always have to grow up and be what your parent was like. You can always become better than them. Just because you being around her all your life, you might look up to somebody else. You might not always look up to your parent. So she probably still can have a chance.
Okay. What you're saying is good. You know, I agree with you, Taylor, that your home environment can dictate your future. And there are many children, young people at Glenville who've come up in some messed up situations, but they've still made it. I think it just makes it harder, but I still think there's possibility. So what would you say to those kids out there who have a messed up family life? They have Ashley for a mom. What would you say to them on how they could make it, since you believe that? And hold it up, son.
I would tell the children that have a messed up home life, parents, anything, to stay focused, stay in school, stay encouraged. Don't get discouraged and let other people tell you what you can't be. Prove them wrong. If I had Ashley for a mom, I probably would go around the churches. I said I would go around to churches if I had Ashley for a mom.
I think that's good information.
Find better mentors and people like that, or the people who successful or want to work hard and become something.
Do you know of anybody that had to do those kinds of things to do better?
My brother was a hard-headed little boy. Mm-hmm. He was crazy for real. He went to Glenville his 9th grade year, but for the rest of 10th, 11th, and 12th grade year, he transferred again. He had a mentor. His name was Contrell. And Ginn actually helped my brother out a lot. He was hard-tempered, didn't listen to nobody, fought polices and everything else in that school. But he actually turned around. He graduated salutatorian of his class. He was going to be valedictorian, but got suspended. So he graduated salutatorian of his class. He will be graduating next year from college as an accountant. He wanted to be an accountant. He majored in that. He'll be graduating next year. Mind your business.
So I think what you say is right on point. And that is if you are in a situation where you're having a difficult time, maybe it's because there's a parent like Ashley. And I know you don't have a parent like Ashley. But maybe you're just a hard head like Ashley. If you can get exposed to positive mentors and maybe a school that just focuses on you, you can have a future. Because it seems like your brother's not going to be the type that's going to have to get up at 4 in the morning and go down to Minute Maid.
No, my brother changed a lot. Way a lot.
Okay. And I really like what you said, because there are a lot of kids that are living the life of a child of Ashley. And just by what you said is going to give some kid out there that's suffering being able to hear that hope. So I'm so glad you said that. Even though, Taylor, I do agree with you that it's harder, but it's not unsurmountable to be able to climb out of that, okay? Do you think Ashley has a shot at climbing out?
Yes,
Say more about that.
I think Ashley have a shot of climbing out because it's never too late to change.
Mm-hmm.
She can go back to, well, she already have her GED, but she can get into college and become something. It's not too late to change.
Would you want to see that for her, or you could care less?
I mean, I don't want to see it, but I mean, not knowing her, I don't.